Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel! As we all know, in 2021, the COVID-19 pandemic was severe and complex, forcing a general lockdown in many parts of Malaysia. An unexpected COVID-19 pandemic has brought too many changes to our lives and our city and has affected everybody's life. Whether you are aware of it or not, experiencing the epidemic, our way of life has been quietly changing without our notice. And today, we are here to hit the street to ask Malaysians when they think of the transportation impact affected by COVID-19.
Hello. Well, I actually haven't traveled in like 3 years, I think. Yeah, I don't remember what year, but I haven't traveled in like 3 years, yes.
My last trip is like in early 2020, right before the border all closed down.
Actually, not from around here. I'm currently on my business trip here.
I traveled to Korea in 2019.
Oh, I actually just came back like from Langkawi a month ago. I don't think so, especially like now with like few emerging viruses, and that certain country has not yet like reached the like vaccination capacity, and especially there are some countries, if like in states, yes, it reached capacity, but we don't know, especially with all those new viruses. Yeah.
I think I'm not sure about that, but I think I will not plan to travel in the short term.
I think it depends on how I plan my trip. Let's say if I'm here for leisure, then I probably just use a public transport or I'll just walk. But if I'm here for shopping, then it'd be wise for me to use Grab or taxi for convenience.
Yes, of course, but I think I will only travel to our country, not to foreign country, and I will prefer to choose private vehicles during travel to prevent the distancing from strangles.
I will, especially now Malaysia allow us to like cross the border or even state, and I was actually planning to go to Sabah Island like in few weeks or month. Then as for transport, I definitely have to use mine because you don't expect me to like swim over there, right? It would be considered illegal though. And I would also use maybe taxis or buses once like I arrive there. Oh, I don't use public transport. Sorry.
No?
Well, if you ask me, I actually don't have any choices but to use public transport, to be honest, yeah.
Not really.
In order to travel, of course you need to use public transport. So the answer is yes. The reason why I don't use public transport is because like I can actually fix my own schedule, because like it is rather really tired for me to chase after all those scheduled public transport, and I actually have this one incident that causes me to like stop using it, because like there's this one time where I accidentally missed the train that I was supposed to ride on, and because of that it actually made me late for my classes. So like since then, I think it was because of that, and since then I really stopped using it anymore, because I don't think like there are times where I prefer to use my own transport. Yeah.
Well, I actually stopped using it because I want to avoid the crowding in the closed area with strangles.
Well, I mean, in order to like travel across the border, we definitely have to ride on plane, right? Unless like I'm extra rich and I can afford my own private jet, to the point where I'd be like, bye Malaysia, and bye Asia, I don't need you because I have a private jet. But no, I mean like I don't know, man. I mean like in order to like like if you want like a cheaper way and it's safer time, I mean Like, who doesn't want it, am I right? I mean, like, everyone want it.
I think it's rather safer for me to use my own transport for my own safety and others.
The thing that causes that it is convenient to use your own vehicle or public transport, as it just depends on us, to be honest. But if we were to cross a state or country that has no direct road, then it'd be wise to use plane as your transport. Well, if you see, like, after the I'm not sure, but like, maybe, but like, if you see it from news, like, after the pandemic, a lot of public transport that was once packed and crowded are now left with like few passengers that some of them are like still willing to ride on it. So I think it definitely like badly impacted on the transport. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think that generally, a number of people are cautious to use public transport. That are why most people stop using it.
I think instead of the public transportation, the most affected would be the staff that are working directly under the public transportation that are forced to be let off from their work line due to the financial circumstances.
In my opinion, public transport is a good way to commute and a cheaper option, but since the pandemic struck, the transportation business is also affected directly by the small space area filled that may or may not be filled with a lot of passengers.
I mean, it's definitely not doing good, especially like people are like definitely trying to avoid using public transport unless if it is necessary. So I think it does somehow it impacted on the citizen and the transport. I'm actually rather a person that wanted to be able to fix and control my own time, like what time I want to wake up, like where I want to go, and I just doesn't want to like go to places that are already fixed, and it might not be my interests, but because of the package I have to go. So yeah, I don't think that I suited that kind of like itinerary that has already fixed for me. Yep.
Agency is way cheaper.
I guess I prefer more of planning out my own itinerary, as I have yet to try out any travel agency packages.
I think agency as I knew. What is my next schedule?
For me, it actually depends on the situation, because I find that both ways are convenient and suitable. Like, it just depends on the situation. Like, are you with your family, your friends, or your partner? So I think like it works. Like, it just depends on your situation, because like either plan itinerary or you just schedule your own time, it's good. It both work.
To sum up, the outbreak of the pandemic does affect the transportation and tourism industry badly. It emitting fears in the tourists and local to be cautious of traveling or taking public transport, as there are a huge amount of people using it. We want to give a huge appreciation and thank you to all the participants that has decided to take our interview. See you next time. Bye bye.